Yep. Still do the same thing we're doing every week with this game. Retreading old ground, going through new formatted stages. Oh, God! With a bunch of weird concepts such as a block frenzy? Why are there so many blocks out here, man? I don't want to know. All I know is I need to get the hell out of here. This isn't even a new stage. They decide to just throw a bunch of crap everywhere. Why? Who thought this was a good idea? Ooh, what's this? Oh. Oh, right. There's climbing these walls. Right, they do want me to do that this time around. Let's listen to what they want me to do, though. I need to explore. Wow! Did not think that through. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Everybody, to us play Super Mario 3D Land. This is your host, the MJ406. And yes, we're back to doing the same thing we've been doing this whole time. You know, exploring levels and trying to get star medals and stuff. Well, I think of things to talk about because this game doesn't really evolve much after this. Really, the stages can be more fascinating. That's it. Nothing like really like evolves, so to speak. Oh, they had a bunch of coins back here. Although this stage is fascinating, it's very freeform. This one, they want you to actually like explore, look around. So, you know, that's kind of cool, I guess. Anyway, last time we talked about, you know, the evolution of controllers in gaming, which, you know, was not exactly the conversation I was thinking of when I, you know, started the last episode, but you know what? I thought that was fun. I wasn't going to talk about consoles. You know what? The more I think about it, the more I realize, oh, that was just a clock. The more I think about it, the more I realize that consoles really, other than getting more powerful, there wasn't really, like, unique, like, actual, like, features for, like, a console itself. Pretty much all it did was just get more powerful and have, like, a different way of, like, reading data or something like that. Wasn't anything, like, too fascinating about that, right? So, yeah, I kind of abandoned trying to think of that topic because it really isn't going to work out. I mean, I guess you could say, like, the evolution of graphics or something. Like, you know, go from basic 8-bit graphics where it's pretty much just a lot of basic shapes and not much can be seen about that. To then having, you know, basically starting to have more detailed sprites and trying to, you know, actually have detailed backgrounds. That was also something to think about. A lot of backgrounds started to get more detail as we got to the Super Nintendo era. And you can start doing, like, parallax scrolling and stuff like that to make it feel like the background was moving. It really felt interesting. I, for one, could say it was definitely a fun idea that they started doing. They got a lot better with it, though, and, you know, started having more static environments that you actually, you know, moved around, right? And then we started having the evolution of 3D gaming that came around for the PS1 and 64 era. Which, well, I guess, you know, oh, there's also the whole polygonal model thing. Oh, God. Do people even miss the frickin' horrifying polygons of the PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64? Like, damn. I know people still love Metal Gear Solid 1, but honestly, every time I see its polygonal models, I just think to myself, what the actual hell is this? Why is it something people wanted? It's terrifying. It just looks so weird and blank. Oh, God. Then again, I guess I wasn't there for when Metal Gear Solid 1 started, so I guess I didn't, you know, get to appreciate it back at its time. You know, there's so many clocks here. All I want to do is buy the star medal and get out of here. Wow, this could be a really long level. Ugh, I was kind of hoping I could try to get through 2 worlds this episode, but you know what? Screw me, I guess. Turns out, I don't know what the heck I'm doing to try to get to that point. Man, I don't even know where I'd find that star medal. Not like getting all these guys killed would reveal it, right? Probably a hole somewhere I just didn't realize exists. Wow, did I really have to whip them both? I felt like I did. But yeah, the whole polygonal model thing was definitely... Ooh, that was the the showing age of an era. We're trying to do early 3D gaming, and looking back on it, sprite art is still fine because, you know, at least it's nice and clean. The polygonal models from the Nintendo 64 and PS1 era, oh, those are horrible to look back on. They're not detailed. Some of them just be straight up ugly and do not, like, make any sense. Honestly, the whole polygonal model thing is just not a good look. I know some people wanted to go back on it, and honestly, it just... Emulating on modern consoles have made it at least cleaner, but, you know, only so much can be done about those things. Only so much can be done about those horrifying monstrosities that are the original polygonal models of the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1 games. That's why I appreciate having the Insane Trilogy compared to trying to play the actual original Crash Bandicoots 1 through 3. I mean, they made them work, but, you know, it's really hard to go back to. At least for me, it is. I just can't appreciate those models anymore. They just don't look right to me, man. They really don't. God damn it! I can't find anything here! Where the hell is that coin? I feel like it's gotta be on the ground level somewhere, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And again, this whole level being open world piece of crap makes it really hard for me to navigate figuring it out. God damn you, game. Now I'm lost. All I wanted to do was find a coin. That's all I wanted to do. And there's nowhere to look like a first-person mode or anything like that, so I'm up to my own trying to wonder where the hell it could be. Because, well, it certainly don't make it easy to find any of this stuff. I mean, I knew that already. Oh, there it is! What the hell? Wow. Dick move. All I had to do was fall down there and I would have found it. Thanks, game. Make me look like a moron. But then models started getting a lot clearer with the GameCube, Xbox, PS2 graphics. More so the GameCube and Xbox. The PS2, despite also being 128-bit graphic technology. Oh, wow, my clear time was terrible! Go ahead and take a break. You look like you need it. Oh, fuck you! I don't need that from you, bitch! Alright, you can relax a little bit with that, alright? We gotta run anyway. Good, make up for lost time. Only indicates it's a level you have to kill enemies to get time from by having you start by squashing a Goomba. You know, it's actually a good way to tutorialize that. It's like, oh, you're short on time. Well, good luck. By the way, you can crush enemies to get extra time. And we can prove it for you. That was actually smart thinking on their part, doing that. But yeah. And then we got to the, yeah, graphics started to look cleaner. But, you know, we weren't thinking about frame rates back then either, so that was another problem with the PS1 and Nintendo 64 era, that, you know, with all the polygons and stuff, we also weren't thinking about performance. So, you know, things are moving like less than 30 frames per second for some of those games. Those polygonal models making them so janky. Oh, it just made things worse. But now we have games that mostly try to aim for 60 FPS, which is great. And for some people, they can't get to 60 FPS anymore. They need to have 120. Or else it just doesn't feel right. As for me, I feel like 60 is fine. I can also deal with 30, but you know, 60 is definitely ideal, like, smooth feeling. Besides, most standard monitors don't go above 60 frames per second anyway. But then again, that's if you want to go cheap. Which, thankfully, I have an expensive monitor now, which can do 120 frames per second, I think. But if you go to 4K, it can only do 60. Which, damn! I just went for one of the best budget gaming monitors. I guess that's what I get. What was it? Yes, I mentioned it before. Pay more $1,000 your door. My Gigabyte M32U. It's a 32-inch gaming monitor. I can do like 2K at 120 frames per second. Once you go 4K, though, that's where it stops being able to be useful. It stops being, like, unique anyway. Man, the picture quality of it looks really nice. Oh, they have that slant now? Why do they block it off? Wow, they modified this stage to make it a lot more dickish. Yeah, I should have expected such a thing. Man, just goes to show, now the early stages come back and do it in such dickish ways that you wouldn't expect that you'd be tortured like this. Oh god, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go! Oh god! Woo-hoo. Close call. Yeah, it's great. Stupid chain chomp, stop being in my way. No, thanks for the assistance. Not that I needed it, but thanks anyway. They got the checkpoint behind here? Also, why do I feel like I missed something? What the shit? Actually, no. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Good. Huh. Yeah, it went a lot more awkward to these routes. But yeah, once we got to the 360 PS3 Wii era, things got even cleaner. We can start to actually have things feel smooth. Not that some games did. Some games can look nice and still move very poorly. Like, out of curiosity, has anybody gone back to see, like, how Gears of War runs, the original Gears of War on Xbox 360 runs? Oh my god, it's terrible. The frame rate's, like, so bad for some cutscenes. It's horrendous. Like, I think I got the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, and it looks and runs a lot better, like a smooth 60 frames per second, and it looks cleaner, too. That's why when I eventually went back to, like, look at the frickin'... Oh, you son of a bitch, you tried to cut me off! That's why I went back to the original Gears of War when I was recording it with, my friend Nordiper for our co-op channel, Lazy Dreamers. Oh, God, using the original version, I was just like, Jesus, it looks so much jankier than I remembered! Like, yeah. The rough frame rates you can definitely feel from some of the early days of the 360 PS3 era as well. Yeah, 360 PS3 era, I'd say, was probably the biggest evolution in, like, the graphical clarity. Well, I shouldn't say that. Like, that was the last big jump we had in, like, quality graphics. From regular Xbox PS1 to 360 PS3, like, things started to enter the near photorealism territory once we got to the 360 PS3. I mean, they weren't very good at it, and if they were, the games ran like ass. But either way, it was a nice step that we needed. And, you know, we're always getting a little bit closer and closer every time. PS4, Xbox One definitely felt like the era they were trying to clean it up more to get it to feel more natural and make it not run like shit. Thanks to evolution of technology, we frickin' actually have that. And now we got the Xbox Series and PlayStation 5 era, where ray tracing is now a standard in home consoles instead of just your high-end PCs. So light sources feel a lot more natural. Well, with the natural lighting, things will probably feel and look even better as time goes on. I mean, we're finally, hopefully, starting to get to the point where the games are actually, you know, next-gen only, as I hate to say, one of the worst phrases I've heard in gaming. Next-gen only. How we got to the point where previous gen is still relevant for like 3+ years? Because those consoles are still hard to come by? Yeah, that'd be it. Oh, making me use a fire flower? You monster. What the hell? Why do they do this to me? Haha! Do fire flowers a raccoon? That just felt unnecessary, honestly. Oh, they made this place foggy, too. I hate the fog. They made those a lot faster. Also fun. Yay! But yeah, it's nice to see the games getting more realistic. It is nice, but, you know, I do still Good job, numbnuts! Son of a bitch! I didn't think I was gonna be that stupid. Oh, God! These things are really trying to push me off and kill me. But yeah, the evolution of technology is coming. I do still appreciate, you know, some of the stylized looks we have for video games. Uh-oh, I missed one again. Well, it's too late at this point. I have to go forward now. I'll have to come back for that later. After I beat the stage already. Actually, I can always go to course selection on the pause menu. What? Yep. You asshole! Yep. We're going back. From the beginning. You son of a bitch! Sorry. I just want to make sure I don't miss any star medals. So they're going to be redoing the stage anyway. I may as well look for it now, right? Not that I can easily find it, apparently. Good job, jackass. But yeah, I do appreciate the photorealism that some games are doing nowadays, because it actually looks kind of neat, but at the same time, you know, we also gotta appreciate some of the different graphical styles that some games do, like cell shading and stuff. I know some people see it as a turnoff because they only want games to start feeling realistic, but honestly, the stylized graphics are great. I love that they exist, because, you know, help some games feel different. You know, they want to have a cartoony feel. Cell shading is a great way to do it. And with all the other art styles that come around, some AAA developers basically doing, like, hand-drawn aesthetics for, like, everything. Which I've noticed a lot of indie developers have used. Then again, I guess if you can't develop in... I guess when you can't invest in, like, super high-end technology for, like, having really nice-looking graphics, sometimes hand-drawing is probably the easiest thing to do. The easier thing to do, I should say. Wow! You got pulled by the platform off! Wow! That was impressive, how far I got thrown. Huh, where is that star medal? I must have missed it. Again. Something is off. I can't figure out what it is. Oh, man. They say floating midair. What a dick move these platforms are. As long as it's not one of these platforms, I'm good. Eat fire! Oh. I always think I can burn them to death, but nope. I can prove it wrong every time. Ow! Don't try to die again, please. Just go forward. Find that star medal already. I mean, there's also, like... Oh, one of the other cool graphical styles they've been doing lately has been the one that Octopath Traveler kind of, you know, really inspired. The whole HD 2D thing. Like, basically having, like, still having sprite artwork, having it be really clean, but also having depth in the environment, so there's where it is. Ow! You son of a bitch, I'll kill you! Later. Ugh. Can't do it now. Ah, no! You fucker! I should have looked before I went blasting forward to that, huh? At least I know where the star medal is. I kind of thought it might have been all the way over there. But I rushed into getting that power up so much I didn't get the time to actually see that. Why do you keep running to those boos? Stop it now! God! I'm so ashamed. I feel like an idiot. Good, you should. You are an idiot right now. It's my fault. Okay, that was kind of funny. God damn it! Oh man, it looks like there'll only be one world this episode because I'm screwing up so bad. Son of a bitch! I'm sorry, everybody. I was trying to do the pace of 1.5 worlds an episode. Now I already blew that. Honestly, I don't mind this either. Because, well, I kind of want to have one of the episodes be weird. You'll see what I mean by that once we get to World 8. Yeah, we'll get to it then. Until then, though, let's just try to go forward the right way. Ugh, I'm distracting myself. You know what? I don't care. They keep saying it's fascinating. You don't know if we're going to play like shit or play really well. Is it frustrating? I don't know. Depends on what people think. You gotta stop letting that thing die off. That's a really useful power-up. Stop throwing it away! There we go. That wall is really annoying. It just pops in and out real quick. Okay, now we're finally back to where we were. It took forever. We're finally back. But yeah, the HD 2D aesthetic at Octopath Traveler inspires pretty freaking awesome. Like, actually having all the sprite works, but adding, like, shadows and layers of depth, like, dude. It makes some of those retro games look better than I could have ever imagined. Like, I never would have thought we'd have games like that. I feel like some games tried to do that back in the day, but not to the quality and effectiveness that frickin' Octopath Traveler inspired. Oh, jeez. Hey, that tickles. Hey, that tickles. Could you stop doing that? It tastes spicy. Yeah, I hope you like the spice flavor, bitch. Get away from me. All right. Instead of a life up here, now they hit a star medal in here. Yep. Because they made a life in the previous version of the stage. Now this version they made the star medal, so hopefully you recognize that in the coins. Now, the coins make it easy for you to realize that as a thing. Yeah! Got it. Any other fascinating graphical styles? I know a lot of hand-drawn ones have been kind of overdone, but you know, some of them do look kind of neat. They have a little simplistic, but like I said, it's a lot for the indie games to, you know, go on a budget. They can't afford to do really high-end graphics, so, you know, they try to do something hand-drawn to give it a unique feel. Although one of the most unique ones recently, which I'm sure a lot of people can probably agree with, Cuphead. Yo, having like an old-school cartoon aesthetic for all that, it's no wonder it took them so long to make that game, let alone the DLC took them frickin' 5 years. Like, dude, it's amazing the quality they had to do for all those drawings and make them all work within the game. And the game was mostly done by like 2 people. It's no wonder it took so long, but dude, that graphical style has definitely been one of my favorites. It looks so freaking clean. Like, yo. It's amazing, like, how many different graphical styles we can have nowadays. Like, it's amazing to think. We are all thinking that photorealistic gaming graphics are going to be the future. And we have things like that pretty much throw out the window and really make something like, yo. Well, I thought you'd be playing a game where you're playing like you're a 1930s cartoon. That was freaking wild, dude. That's like one of my favorite graphical styles of the past few years. Then again, I feel like no shit. What the? Optional fight? You mean I didn't have to do this at all? Screw that, I'm killing them. He's in my way. So weird they have this here. I wonder if this is for a star medal. That was literally just for coins and to waste your time. We'll find out, one way or another. How dare you hurt me like that, sir? I'm gonna pick up my mushroom again. I'm gonna pick it up again. Why stop picking up your mushroom? I'm picking it up again. You laugh now until you freaking get hurt and then you can't grab it. Asshole. Okay, so that was literally just a waste of time. I imagine there's a purpose for this. Somewhere amongst this. Literally it's just there in case you went down it. Wow. I'm so happy I did that for no reason. Oh god, they made these really thin. Why? And yeah, what's your favorite graphical style of recent games? Because, well, I know they can definitely vary. Holy crap, I cannot believe I live. I'm scared. I'm very scared right now. Because me, it's definitely Cuphead. The photorealistic games are nice, and some of them have really come a long way in making them look really good. Honestly, stylized graphics are definitely those I prefer because, you know, unique art style presents more opportunity, you know? It allows you to let your game stand out in a way that not a lot of other games are doing currently. That's why Cuphead is a big standout star amongst the indie games and gaming as a whole, because its visual style is so unique that nobody did previously. And it happened to reflect on, like, such an old school feeling so well. Like, oh my god, it was great. Imagine trying to do that on an N64. Oh god, that would have not worked at all. I keep forgetting the Nintendo 64 also has some sprite-based games. Some of those actually look kind of nice. Man, the only one that really stands out in my mind is frickin' Mischief Makers. Because that one actually was sprite work, believe it or not. And, you know, it worked. It's just, you know, with the evolution of 3D gaming, Mischief Makers kind of looked like an age of a bike. Looked like it was from an age that didn't need to exist anymore. It also looked kind of dated because of, you know, well, that's just the technology behind the N64 as a whole making things look dated. But it was neat, but yeah, it's not the prettiest game. I still wish that game got an HD remaster. Oh, if they actually, like, took the time to redo the sprites, yo, that game's still sick. But looks ugly as fuck, I will admit. Well, this episode will be cut short because I suck so bad I don't really have time to do more stages, and I don't feel like it. If it's not half, I'm not even going to commit. But yeah, graphical styles are fun. Even games like this on a simplistic Nintendo console, they managed to make something look real clean and nice. Like Mario Galaxy games. Like I mentioned, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Despite how underpowered the Wii was, it still can only do 480 pixel height and progressive scan. That was the best they could do. And look how good freaking Mario Galaxy was despite that. Like, dude. I mean, we had an official HD version with, yeah. We had an official HD version with the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which basically just enhanced to be 1080. It did look really clean, but the fact that the Wii could pull that off was still very impressive. Having a good graphical style can really help your game stand out. It can also make it look bland if you do the same thing as everybody else or don't put a lot of effort into it. And I can say that about a lot of things. Poor Halo Infinite. The engine's so old that the developers had a hard time trying to make it actually run well as a service game they were making it out to be. Poor Halo Infinite. Anyway, let's end this episode here. Come back next time, and we are going to explore another world. Which, in case you're curious about the bottom screen, we are, in fact, near the end. We only got this and one more world to go. And this has been the format for all of these. It's been freaking 6 stages with a castle at the end you have to pay star medals to get into. Oh yeah, I haven't switched to Luigi at all yet. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. I know when I'm going to do that. In fact, you might see that in a couple episodes. Because there's something I'll have to show off. We'll get to that later. Come back next time, and we will, well, yep, explore more levels, get more star medals, the usual shtick, think of some other bullshit to talk about, and have a fun time as always with Mario here. Dude, you've been doing all the talking for me. I haven't had to say anything. Honestly, it's probably better off that way. Fuck you!